But actually, on the legal side, we did have a really fascinating day in June. I think we were still in school. So this was after the New York Times actually wrote about us, and that was more on the editorial side. And so, but I think this was Monday. I think it was sometime in June, early June. It was the WWDC conference, and Steve Jobs was going to actually release the iPhone 4, which is a huge improvement. And then before he actually launched the iPhone 4, he talked about 5 or 6 apps that he loves. And we had no idea. Apple doesn't tell you anything until you actually see it. And so I was watching this in the dorm here, and Ankit was actually in New York. And so he's like, oh, let me show you some iPad apps that I like. And there we were. We were the first, Pulse was the first app that he talked about. And I was just like, did that really happen? Am I dreaming here? But anyways, so this is like 10 a.m. Monday morning. I'm kind of going berserk. This is probably like the highest high. It's probably like the happiest I've ever been. Come like maybe 5 hours later, 3 o'clock, 3:30 to be precise, Ankit and I get an email from Apple saying that New York Times has complained and we've taken your app out of the store. 5 hours later. So when they talk about roller coaster, the entrepreneur's life being a roller coaster, that happened in 5 hours. I think a lot of things that happened, and then we were back into the store the next day morning. But that was one of the craziest Mondays I've ever had. We've ever had.